Stand by with logos.
Lose legal. And cue logo sequence.
Oh, I've got, I-Go. Oh, you pay for that service. It's a free service. That's called Carjack. Is that another, company that does the same thing?
Start of game activation. We are on.
Near the border have increased as militants on both sides have begun wagging their butts at each other while putting their...
Okay, we've got one contestant ready to go.
And 30 seconds, people.
Not a problem. This player has it down packed, ready to go.
We're almost at places. 10 seconds.
Best fishes.
Can I get a Wimbledon check?
6, 5,
Go to black.
4, 3.
In your coffin.
Hey, Cookie here. I've got a reality show for you. My dad yelled horrible things at me as a child. There's your reality show. It's you and me. That's how I like it. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
BloodCo. All your blood needs without the mess and fuss. Any type, any thickness, any gender. BloodCo.
So let's get to it. Let's start with, can't we all just get along, John? What do donut rivals Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme have in common? Onomatopoeia, alliteration, assonance, or illusion? Alliteration is the repetition of the first sounds in words, and both Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme have that. So you see, they're not so different after all. You know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to eat a Dunkin' Donut and a Krispy Kreme at the same time and poop them out later in one unified poop of compassion and understanding. Here's one I like to call Space, the Final Frontier. If Star Trek's Mr. Spock decides to have his ears vulcanized, what will be true about them? His ears will be rounder, his ears will be stronger, his ears will be larger, or his ears will hear better. Not much time left. Oh, hell, you should have at least tried. You might have even picked this. Vulcanization is the process where rubber is converted to stronger, more durable materials, so Mr. Spock's pointy ears would become stronger. Which would be great because then it would be easier for Scotty to use them to open his beer bottles. Why not try Bibla Blah Blah? What biblical album title would be appropriate for a Kesha album featuring different versions of her song Blah Blah Blah? Pillar of Salt, Jonah and the Whale, The Tower of Babel, or Birth of Jesus? The Tower of Babel is a story in the book of Genesis where God confused the language of all humans so they could no longer understand each other. Thing is, I speak English and I still have no idea what the Kesha is talking about. Here's one for you. Undead Anatomy. Which of these movie monsters is truly heartless? The Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, or the Wolfman? Time's a-wasting. Let me show you something. A mummy's organs are removed and placed in jars during mummification, so the mummy would not have a heart. Though mummification was perfected over thousands of years, the Egyptians always had difficulty removing the water on the knee without the tweezers touching the metal sides of the game board. Then what is that red stuff shooting out of his chest when he gets a stake in the heart? What is it? Why, it's blood, of course. You just won blood from BloodCo. We have blood. Why do you need to know where it came from? Today's wrong answer of the game earns you $4,000. Enjoy.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Coming up next, Your hair smells like blackberry, and it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 phrases. For each one, tell me if it's a feature of the Nexus One phone, a feature of Nexus shampoo, or both. If it's about the Nexus phone, press left on your plus control pad. If it's about Nexus shampoo, press right on your plus control pad. If it's both, press your A button. Each one right gets you 300 weekend minutes. Get one wrong and 300 drops faster than your ego on a bad hair day. You got 30 seconds before the dam breaks. All right, let's get started. Anti-breakage system, digital compass, volume control, noise cancellation, 100,000:1 contrast ratio, heat protection, not tested on animals. That performance was like a Bluetooth. Sure, it got the job done, but doesn't it kind of make you look like a crazy person? All this talk of phones and shampoo reminds me I need to go to the beauty parlor and make an appointment for my permanent. That's the end of round 1. And you're in pretty good shape for now. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. Let's get back to the action. Coming up, where the Banshees live, and they do live well. How tall is the tallest stone at Stonehenge? 2 Sharon Stones high, 3 Joss Stones high, 4 Oliver Stones high, or 5 Stone Phillipses high? Oliver Stone is 6 feet tall. The tallest stone at Stonehenge is about 24 feet tall. So you could stack 4 Oliver Stones on top of each other to reach that high. The only difference between Stonehenge and 4 Oliver Stones on top of each other is I'd be upset if Stonehenge fell over.
Question 7.
May I introduce... I'd like to return this maid a milking, please. If you had to individually wrap all the items from the song The 12 Days of Christmas, how many packages would you end up with? 12, 42, 78, or 144? One plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12 equals 78 individually wrapped gifts. You might want to invest in a large mallet, too. The Lords of Leaping are a lot easier to wrap when they're unconscious.
Looking chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
This one's known as... Who sort of said this, more or less? It's time for a Who Said It question. Now, Chad, our production assistant, will hand me a piece of paper with a famous quote and...
Wait, you need that now?
Yeah. Didn't get the email?
I told you, man, for business-related stuff, you gotta message me on Facebook.
So you don't have the quote?
No, but I remember it, I think. Well, let me take a stab at it.
Okay, who said, Chad?
If you poke my eye out, then, I poke out yours, then the whole world isn't gonna see anything that well, I guess.
Abraham Lincoln, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., or Mother Teresa?
Hey, I have a dream. I dreamed that you'd get that right. How's that?
Awful. Here's what a right answer looks like.
Oh wait, I found the quote. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. And that was said by Mahatma Gandhi. Hey, that's pretty right on. I think I'm gonna start following this Gandhi guy on Twitter.
Thanks for your help, Chad.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me and my guy.
It's time for a barrel of donkeys. Which element of the classic arcade game Donkey Kong does not represent a simple machine? The stack of barrels, the slanted girder ramps, Jumpman's hammer, or Donkey Kong's elevators? The ramps are inclined planes, the hammer is a lever, and the elevators are pulleys. But Donkey Kong's barrel stack just sits there, and it's not any kind of simple machine. I've always wondered what's in those barrels. I'm guessing thousands of rotting princess torsos.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming?
Next, in bed. This is the part of the game where I start to feel like I need a little snack. Maybe I'll have a fortune cookie.
Cookie, fortune cookie, fortune Masterson.
You have an unusually magnetic personality. Well, if I'm so friggin' magnetic, who's most attracted to me? Iron Man, Goldmember, the Tin Man, or the Silver Surfer? Magnets barely attract gold or silver and mostly know with tin, but they sure do love iron. And if I were really magnetic, the last place I should be is near all this expensive electronic equipment. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press your A button. 4,000 big ones if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 4,000. And most importantly,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Yeah, you spooked me all night long. I'm bringing spooky back. Good luck. There it is! Well, that's over. In honor of your meager winnings, we have some of your friends and family here to congratulate you.
Cookie, sorry. None of the people we called would agree to come in.
Did you tell them who it was for?
Oh, yeah. In fact, most of them were pretty excited to do it until we told them who it was for.
Yeah, that seems about right.
You don't know Jack!
That'll do it, folks. What's going on, Donnie?
All right, maybe the hay sign if you're interested in more playage.
Each year, tens of dozens of puppeteers suffer serious hand injuries because they didn't use the proper lubrication before stuffing their hands into a puppet. These injuries can range from minor chafing and small blisters all the way to the loss of a limb and death. Luckily, there is a solution. Felt-up hand puppet lube was specifically designed by scientists to provide the lubrication that feels good, but also keeps puppeteers safe.
I feel good. My puppet feels good. Because of felt-up, well, we're both healthy.
If you or someone you love uses hand puppets, don't they deserve to get felt up?
If I didn't get my son felt up when he was younger, he might not be here today.
Felt-up hand puppet lube for your loved ones.
I'm so embarrassed, Barbara. I just don't know why this is happening to me.
Maybe it's time we considered getting a little help. What about a prescription drug?
Or maybe I should just put my dick in a splint.
Trouble chubbing up? Scared of pills? Now there's help from Professor Willie's Dingle Splints, the only $5.99 over-the-counter solution for erectile dysfunction.
Thank you so much, honey.
Don't thank me. Thank Professor Willie.
Professor Willie's Dingle Splints. Getting wood the old-fashioned way.
Hey-ya. Do you ever feel like your fishy friends get the raw end of every deal? When the chihuahuas are carried around in their Louis Vuitton purses and the labradoodles are on long walks in their fur trim vests, your Goldie fish is left in its bowl, naked. So come shop at Fashion Fiestas. We are the country's leading provider of designer fish apparel and accessories. Hats, shoes, glasses, pants, underwater styles that'll make your fish look fantastic. Right, Goldie? Come to Fashion Fiestas.
Guten Tag, I am Pope Benedict XVI. When I enter a church, I always reach for the basin of holy water as a gesture of symbolic cleansing. But when I enter a gymnasium to either get my elliptical on or just to wail on my rock-hard abs, I reach for a bottle of vitamin holy water. Vitamin holy water replenishes my electrolytes while giving me godlike strength for higher reps and an even higher calling. It's sacred, refreshing, and loaded with vitamin G.
Hey everybody, this is Mike Builder, General Manager of Jellyvision Games, the makers of You Don't Know Jack. We're hard at work here on the floor of the Jellyvision Game Design Workshop, coming up with great games that you'll be playing in the years to come. So keep your eyes peeled for some of our upcoming products, like Angry Yoga, Vampires vs. Show Dogs, Wacky Okie, What's That Smell?, Newscaster, Tax Preparation 3D, Space Farts, Enough About You, and Tween Fighter. We're also working on lots of casual games that are fun for the whole family. Puppy Bucket, Everybody Help Grandma, Jarts, Awkward Confessions, and so much more. So if you love fun and fart noises, clear some room on your game shelf for the Jellyvision games of the future.
Hi, Anthony Matterhorn here for BloodCo, the Tri-County's #1 resource for your commercial blood needs. And right now, we got more blood than we know what to do with. We got in buckets, baggies, pots, and pans. You name it, it's filled with blood. It's a bloody mess at BloodCo. And I don't mean in a British way. I mean, there's stuff that was once circulating through a living thing all over the place way. Having a party? Need a transfusion? Come to BloodCo. We don't ask questions. Need lamb's blood? We probably have it. We don't really keep track of that sort of thing. BloodCo. We got blood. Why don't you know where it came from? BloodCo. When you need blood, you gotta go to BloodCo. BloodCo.